What is the thread between men and commentary? And why is it so intriguing? Why do I voluntarily click on videos that are 40 minutes long? Much longer than I would voluntarily actually talk to a man in real life. Why do I watch those videos of them mansplaining very obvious things and sit there, all prim and proper, letting them just explain away? Why? To be completely honest with you, I don't know. But in today's video, we're going to get to the bottom of it. What is so hypnotizing about their yellow text thumbnails and neon lights in the background with minimal decoration, but only an aura that you can kind of sense out within the first 5 seconds whether he's a Republican or a normal person? What kind of pussy grip do they have on women like me? I don't know. This is my theory. I think it's because in this scenario, we as women are given power. We are given an opportunity, whether we want to click on a video and have a man talk. Do we understand what I'm saying? I'm choosing to do this action. It's very different than having a man talk to you in real life for more than 50 seconds and things just get tiring. But with this, I can pause the man whenever I want. I can shut him up with just a matter of a click and just get straight to the point. I can control the conversation, contain the points. I can go to the most recently replayed so I know when to skip the BetterHelp ad. I know where the plot starts and where the conclusion ends. That's my big-brained analysis. And I can't go any further than that. I think men just like kind of watching weird things. That's just something that has been ingrained in them since the beginning of Dawn, and then making weirder things out of it. It's kind of like it's an endearing thing, you know? They have nothing, at least they're not out there analyzing whether women have rights or not. I feel like there are select few men in commentary who would go to the Barbie movie even if their wives didn't ask them. Or at least they would watch it on 123 Movies. And then within that select group, they know who the director is. But let's get to the meat of the question. What do I have that these men don't? Most of them. A nice, gripping vagina. That was so Amy Schumer. I actually hate that. White women have... Do men sometimes put white in front of women to get away with misogynistic jokes? Yes, am I saying white women because I, as a woman of color, have experienced what white women actually act like because I'm a woman of color and they treat us differently at certain points in time? Yes. So let me speak. White women have ruined commentary. White women have ruined, jokes. That's it. Amy Schumer, I don't know much about her. I know that she loves pointing out that she's got a grippin' pussy. Respect. I remember one time I saw a clip of her doing a show, and it was on a real big stage, probably somewhere in New York, and there was a man sitting in the first couple rows, right? This is a really big auditorium, and this guy was heckling her. And so in the respect, what comedians do is that they make jokes back and they heckle the heckler kind of situation. So she leans down and she says, "Sir, what do you do for a living?" And he answers real estate, or something that's a job that would seem stable, right? And she, in response, goes, "Yeah, how's that working out for you?" And the audience cracks up and slaps their knees and starts whistling and crying and throwing up. They thought that was the best comeback ever. My thought process is during this is, obviously, he's doing fine, money-wise, if that's what the joke was, if that's what the dig was, because he's sitting front row at your expensive ass show in a big ass stadium. If he can afford those tickets that I know you're pricing unfairly, I think he's doing fine. Can I tell you something? I once considered in my life that I could do stand-up comedy. This was at the bright age of 15. I was like, I could do it. I could go out there and get a stool and a bottled water and a mic and some harsh headlights and just entertain people for an hour. because I was really rizzed up. Sorry. I was really heavily praised by my family members because I was an only child and that's all they could ever do. When you're an only child, you have no competition. There's no one to look down on, but there's also no one to look up to. I didn't exactly have to climb to first place. There wasn't a game to play because there were no opponents. I always won my family members' laughs and my laughter, and my Nana, she thought that my bits were the funniest thing in the business. She would do the most gasping laughs and slap her knee, her metallic knee that she had to get surgery on 10 years ago. She almost chopped that thing in half. You know, she was like, Asia, you know, you could do something with this. You could be someone with this. And I really took that to heart. But also, she had dementia. Did she just find anything funny? And that's the best audience to work with, because you can tell a joke over and over and over, and you can see the new reaction every single time. You just give a 5-minute intermission between jokes. You hit them again. Better reaction, same reaction, different reaction, and it's all one person, so everything's contained. We had a great time, me and her. We'd sit in a room. I'd give her some of my rough work. She'd laugh, and then she'd ask what my name was and who I was and where she was, and she would be like, I gotta get out of here, I don't know who you are, and then I'd calm her down and we'd get back to square one, and I'd be talking about my bit that I just did 5 minutes ago. It would be fine. I'll tell you one thing I can't do. Improv. Cannot do improv. Do you go to a diverse school? Have you seen at least one Asian person on campus that wasn't Korean? That answers your question. But don't worry, because though we don't have racial diversity, we do have comedy diversity, and that's why we've got our college improv group. 80% of the members are people who didn't end up being musical theater majors, but instead had to transfer to be film majors. But that's okay. And the remaining 20 people are current community college transfers. God, role players as well. Think about it. Can I tell you something about community college? I did. I made a whole video about it. Everyone loved it. John Kozar even liked it. He's followed me on all social medias. I hope that's good. No, but I assumed that I helped people make the choice whether to go to community college or a 4-year. That was my assumption, but I didn't know how many people had decided to take that path, because I was in New York and someone came up to me and they said, Asia Ray? Well, they said, Aisha Ray? Doesn't matter. And I say, yes, that's me. And he like sticks his hand out in like a fist bump and he's like, because of you, I went to community college. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Community college. What is in it for you? What is it about a brick and mortar, just like your college one, that is so off-putting that you'd completely abandon the scenario where you're walking in a community college campus, but instead going to a 4-year college? Why is there so much shame? It's like shaming someone for using coupons. Well, anyway, I don't know if I've shared this news online, but I graduated from that community college a couple months ago, and I have an associate's degree in arts now. Here's the stigma around community college. Not only do people think that it's like icky, and sometimes it is, you have to face the facts. The buildings have not been touched, renovated, or even scanned by a health inspector since the 80s. It doesn't matter. You are gonna save thousands of dollars. And I'm just trying to get you the best Walmart deal that you could possibly have. Another assumption is that the classes are not as rigorous and difficult. I don't know where this rumor started. I don't know who started whispering and spreading this false news everywhere, to the point where you are brought up in a world where community college isn't even taught or mentioned to you because people suggest it to you, but more that it's the bad way. It's the uh-oh way. Do you want to know how hard I cried during my math exams? We're not going to get into it.